So welcome back everyone. Now we're going to see that what is right strategies, and it is having two parts or two things, right throw and right back. So let's understand the problem, that why we need it. So the first point here that I would like to mention is how to keep cache content, cache the cache memory thing that we just studied, of main memory, uh, cache content, and the content of main memory consistent without losing without losing too much performance. So we do not want to lose our performance, and along with that we also want to have a balance between the cache content and the content of the main memory, and that too in a consistent manner without losing performance. Well, it is difficult. We will see that once more. Let's just study the second point first, that what is the problem. We are studying the problematic part and then we will work on a solution. That's the way of studying the engineering, right? So the problem arises in the second one. uh, the problem the problem arises is right when a right is issued, when a right is issued to a memory address, to a memory address memory address and the content and the content of the respective address pot, is potentially changed. So this is the kind of second problem that we have. When a write is issued, when you issue something to write, memory address of the content of the respective address potentially changed. Whenever you can understand it like whenever you update, the address also updates. So it becomes a updating problem. That's the whole concept of it. Like when you add a paragraph, when you add a para on page 256, just like in a general book. Let's imagine just your book is there and you're writing something on the page number 256. You added a paragraph. Because of that adding, it goes to page 257. So now the address needs to be changed again. That is the whole problem. So that we have to look at how we can able to solve it through the right throw and right back. So let's see how we are able to solve this thing. So in the right throw, I'm just writing, try to read that and figure out yourself, and then we will discuss that how much close you got to the exact logic of it. So I will try to write in a better handwriting this time so that you can read content clearly. Okay, let's begin. All right, operations. All right, operations are passed to main memory if the address location is currently held in the cache. The cache is updated so that it is coherent with the main memory. The main memory for writes, the processor always slow down to main memory. So how much you have got? Well, let's discuss and check by yourself. It's a self-check thing that how much you have got it. Okay, I'm just continuing right now. Okay, all write operations are passed to main memory. Like whatever you have to write, it will go to the main memory. If the address location is currently held in the cache, like everything is in the cache, the address location is in the cache, and that cache will going to be the main memory, serve to the main memory thing, or take the thing from the main memory, and it has to be updated. When you are writing, it will going to get updated. For that update thing, the main memory comes in the role. Okay, let's see the next portion of this. The cache is updated so that the coherent with the main memory. So whenever you update, the whole point here is update. Whenever you update the main memory, your cache memory will also going to update. Only then it can have right address, right address where one can go from one point to another point. So that is the way that we are having here. Okay, so I hope you have got the point. Like whenever you add a different kind of the territory in a country or anywhere in the world, you have to update your map to relocate the things. Everything is same, but just the one new thing, you have to update the entire map so that you can also add its coordinate to the map and to your globe. That is the cache memory, and that is the meaning of write through. For writes, the process always slows down to main memory. Well, it is very obvious to get slowed down because of very obvious reason. It has to slow down because we need to update the entire thing. Sometimes one thing affects the other also, so it requires a complete update. That will going to take some time. So this is about the write through. Okay, so now let's see the next one, which is our write back. Write back. So let's see the write back thing here. Okay, let's start our exercise again. For this one, I am also writing, and you have to figure out that what it means. Write operations, write operations, update only the cache memory cache memory which is not kept which is not kept coherent with the main memory. What else we can have it? Which is not kept in the main memory. Okay, I already wrote that. What should I write next so that you can understand it quite clearly? Hmm. Okay, let's write about the cache lines. So cache lines have to remember if they if they have have been updated updated. If a line such a line is replaced from the cache, its its content has to be copied back to memory. So this is the second solution we are having to our problem of keep on updating things. So remember what was the actual problem that we are having. It's about the update. Whenever you update it, you just miss out the map. Your map gets less and less accurate, which is present in the cache memory, because uh, you also have to update that one. So for that one, we studied about the write through, and now it's time to learn about the write back. Okay, so write operation update only cache memory. Well, now you can see in the previous one, the operation is passed to the main memory and the address location currently held in the cache. So it directly reads to the main memory and then with the cache, and in this cache memory, the operation updates takes place in the cache memory, which is not coherent with the main memory. It not necessarily required to go to the main memory. That was the case in the previous one, but not in this one. Now, cache lines have to remember the most important thing for us and for this definition also. Remember, cache lines have to remember if they have been updated in such a line is replaced from the cache. Its content has to be copied back to the memory. So, what is the key difference here that I would like to mention? Well, in the write through and in write back. In the write through, you update the main memory first and then you make a new map in the cache memory and then they are coherent with each other. So that was the whole case of updation. Now in this one, you update the thing in the cache memory, like you make a new map first and then when everything gets done by that mapping, you update your main memory afterwards, and you do not need the coherent thing to happen. Coherent means very simple. As I can see the map of United States, India, or just any place, when you see the map and when you go on the ground, it is completely exact. Like it is 5 block left, so it is 5 block left. It is 10 block right, so it is 10 block right. There is Washington, so there is Washington. It will not happen to be something else. So that is called as coherent, and that what we are following in right through. But in the right back, what we are having is You do not need to exactly have that right now and on the ground. You can make it in the cache memory first, and then you can do the thing. In so many of the controversial places around the world, usually the lines were drawn on the map, and both the countries fight that this is mine and this is mine. So both of the country fights, country A, country B fights for this location C, and both shows that this is my territory and A shows this is my territory. So this is the problematic area or controversial area. The C gets the controversial area. And in our case, it is not needed to be coherent. We update it later. So this is what it means to be right back. I hope this concept becomes crystal clear to you right now, and now we can understand the next level of abstraction that we are going to see in the next one about the mapping, which is going to transform everything that we have studied till this point, and that is going to be the end thing for the mapping. So this is technically the second last thing, and with that all, I would like to say that congratulations, because you have came so far in understanding the memory. If you gather all these things together, you actually understand that how the memory is actually working inside. Okay, so with all that said, see you on the next one. Take care and God bless.